Hello, boys and girls. It's match day 3. We still have not won a game yet. We got a tough one this week, away to Watford, Vicarage Road. Never easy. This is my Arsenal, predicted 1-11. In goal, we have Petr Cech. Possibly the easiest decision I have to make when I do these predictors each week. Isn't going to change unless he's injured. So, Petr Cech in goal. We move on to the right back position. Again, another position that's very, very easy to deal with right now. Unless there's an injury, it's going to be Hector Bellerin. Very simple, as I said. My right back, Hector Bellerin. Move on to the left back position. Again, this is a position that's very, very easy. Unless there's an injury, just like I said with Bellerin and just like I said with Cech, can't see it changing. Nacho Monreal goes in at left back. Now, we go to the centre-back role. A position that we've had a problem with over the last couple of weeks and everyone's been debating before matches. We still haven't signed a defender. I'm not too sure whether we will sign a defender. But after last week's performances, I think we're going to go with the same centre-back pairing that we did at Leicester. Laurent Koscielny, absolutely brilliant against Leicester. Had Jamie Vardy in his pocket, and he showed just how good a player he really is. One of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, without a doubt. Missed him. Glad we've got him. And absolutely easy decision, really. He's our captain right now. So, Laurent Koscielny at centre-back. And playing alongside him, Rob Holding. I was very surprised that Rob Holding started against Leicester. I thought he would have gone with the experience of Callum Chambers. But you know what? Rob Holding, very, very good. Very good. It helps having someone like Laurent Koscielny next to him. Compared to the week before when he had Callum Chambers next to him. They were all over the show. So, Callum Chambers, sorry mate. I really don't think you're going to get in this Arsenal team right now. And, you know, going off subject, I think maybe that boy might have to go out on loan somewhere. So, because he's just gone way, way down the pecking order. So, yeah. Effectively, my back five, Cech, Bellerin, Monreal, Koscielny, Rob Holding. We move on to the midfield position. Again, this has been a position where we haven't had a settled side, where we've had players playing and getting injured and coming in and coming back, and it's going to be a tough one. In terms of the defensive midfield pairing, again, I would stick with what we went with at Leicester. First off, Granit Xhaka. Thought he had a brilliant game against Leicester. Very, very good. Very good on the ball. The way he distributes the ball. And he rotates our play so well. Got a good 70 odd minutes under his belt. And I think that will stand him in good stead for the rest of the season, really, in coming months. Granit Xhaka, for me, starts defensive midfield role. Alongside him, Francis Coquelin. We was all holding our breath the moment he got a yellow card, because we all know what Francis is like. He doesn't pull out of tackles, and as he proved at Spurs last season, he sometimes loses his head, and we were worried. But fair play to him. He towed the line. Got away with a little tackle, but yeah, done what he had to do. I thought he had a good game alongside Granit Xhaka, and they protected the back four really well. And you know, Mahrez, Vardy, etc. Can't really remember him having any chances during the game, really. Can't remember Leicester being a real threat. So that's credit to them, and I don't see why there's any need to change that. We go on to the right side of midfield. And again, this is a position that we've chopped and changed already. But I feel based on his performance last week and his attacking intent, compared to Theo Walcott, I would go with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I felt that he was more direct, offered more than Theo did, done more than Theo did, and getting games will breed more confidence with Alex. I think that he's a very confident player in terms that he needs the confidence. So yeah, I'd stick with him. I'd go with him on the right hand side, to be quite honest, and yeah, all day long ahead of Theo Walcott in my opinion. So right hand side of midfield, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. We move on to the left hand side of midfield, and based on the last 15 minutes and the way he performed there alongside a certain someone who I'll get to in a moment, I think we have to go back to put in Alexis Sanchez on that left hand side. He hasn't done anything up front in the last 2 games. It doesn't work. He does not work as a lone striker. He can play off a striker, but on his own, no. The tactics have been all wrong. We've been lumping long balls up to him. He's 5'5", 6", something like that. Seriously, it's put him back on the left hand side. He was more of a threat in the last 15 minutes than he was for the previous 75 and against Liverpool. So Alexis Sanchez goes back onto the left hand side in my opinion. Number 10 role. Last week it was filled by Santi Cazorla. The week before against Liverpool it was filled by Aaron Ramsey. This week it goes back to the master, Mesut Ozil. As I said with Alexis in the last 15 minutes, he come alive. That was because Mesut Ozil was on the pitch. It didn't look like he'd been away. He just floats across that pitch, controls the game. And I feel that if he'd have had another 10-15 minutes on there, we'd have probably nicked the goal and got what we needed in that. No question, in my opinion. Santi's a great player, but I don't think he really did a lot against Leicester last week. And, when Mesut come on, you can see the difference. There's only one person plays in that role, and that's Mesut Ozil. He's fit, he's ready. It's not even debatable as far as I'm concerned. Mesut Ozil goes into that number 10 role, in my opinion, all day long. Now we go to the striker. Again, like I said, we've persisted with Alexis for the last couple of weeks and it hasn't worked. Has not worked. So he got 10-15 minutes under his belt against Leicester. We haven't brought this world-class striker, this madness. So we have to go with Olivier Giroud. It's going to be a tough game against Watford. And we're going to need someone up front that's going to hold up the ball. And this is where I think the likes of Alexis can benefit. That, for me, would be the best formation right now. Wouldn't start Theo up front. The guy's lacking in confidence. The guy's not doing anything. He's tripping over himself again. It's just not happening. We have no other options. So Olivier Giroud gets the nod up front for me. And I think it will benefit the likes of Oxlade-Chamberlain. It will definitely benefit the likes of Alexis Sanchez. And it will also mean that Mesut Ozil gets a little bit more space and can play them balls into feet and whatnot. And, and as I said, the rest can feed off him. So for me, Olivier Giroud gets the nod up front. That's my predicted 11. I'm going along the lines of what I feel Arsene Wenger will pick. If he was to pick that 11, I would pretty much have to say I agree with it. With what we've got, there isn't a lot else we can do with that. I feel Jack Wilshere is pushing. He had a good performance when he came on for the final 15-20 minutes as well alongside Ozil. But I feel with Jack, he still needs a few more minutes yet. Let's bed him in nice and slowly. He's got the international break coming up and whatnot. So, let's just take our time. But yeah, he's definitely pushing. And of course, You know, it's nice to have the likes of him on the bench and Santi Cazorla. No Ramsey at the moment. No Iwobi at the moment. No new signings at the moment. So we have to go with what we've got. You know the deal by now. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. Leave your comments below. Let me know what your predicted 11 will be, what you think of this one. And we move on to Watford on Saturday. Before that, of course, we've got the League Cup draw. And we've also got the Champions League draw. Who are we going to get? I'll do a separate video for that one, but dread to think who we're going to draw. Anyway, like I said, we move on to Saturday. Watford, must-win game. 1 point already. 5 points off the likes of Chelsea, Man United, Man City. We can't be falling any further behind. Must-win game, Arsenal. So, let's wait and see. I'll be vlogging the game on Saturday, just as I've done with my previous two. Look out for that. Look out for the Champions League reaction video. And, yeah. Let's get the win on Saturday, boys. Come on, Arsenal.